Hi everybody, and welcome to our Larian Studios Devline. I'm sitting here together with Nick, who is our fantastic systems designer, and he's going to be able to help me explain to you all the crazy stuff that's going on with the undead. We had a bit of trouble getting our stream started. We had a monitor that exploded today, so that was awesome. I filmed it, but unfortunately I ruined it, so I actually didn't film it, and otherwise I would obviously have shared that fantastic moment with you where this entire screen in front of me went up in flames. It was awesome. Anyway, we're here to talk about the undead. We are a couple of weeks away from the release of Divinity Original Sin, and so without any further ado, we're going to go to character creation, and what we're going to do today is we're going to start playing the game with my undead character. I'm going to let you guys choose which type of undead we're going to be, and then we're going to go on an adventure which is going to end up fairly bloody, right?
Oh, it's going to be bloody, bony, everything you want.
Alright, let's try not to make too much bony jokes today. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to go into, I probably should put on, because we switched off the music, so let me put that back on, hold on 1 second. Alright, you okay Thomas on the sounds front? Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'm playing classic, you want? No, we're not going to do tactician, otherwise we'll die instantly. Okay.
Let's try explorer.
Actually, that was, yeah, but then people would think it's like a really straightforward game. Explorer mode is a story mode, so that allows you to play through the game with still some challenge, but not too much of a challenge. So we're here in character creation, and we're standing. Larian, by the way, is the man who is responsible for our QA, so he's very famous over here. Yeah. So I don't know who does to it actually, where that name comes from. So humans, lizards, and then of course we have an Undead Dwarf. Right. So this is the Undead Dwarf, and as you can see, he can be one of many presets. So that's the Knight, Metamorph, Ranger, Rogue, Shadowblade, Wayfarer, Witch, Wizard, Battle Mage, Cleric, Conjurer, Enchanter. I think that's where we started, right?
Yeah. Alright.
And so I can be a male or I can be a female undead. Okay? You can watch the helmet.
Oh, look at that.
The helmets are awesome, man. I really like it. Now, I think we still have this little bug where you still have to click on the helmets every single time, but I'm just going to do this because I really enjoy putting the helmets on. So this we are still fixing. We are not 100% finished yet with the game, so we're still working on it, but you will start, well, it's getting very close to being finished, which is good because we're releasing it in a couple of weeks. Look at that, we're still
just some spit polish.
Yeah. So, we're gonna move over to, I guess, the Undead Elf, right? So, Undead, really? That's
well,
that's
Child of Flowers.
It's a child of the forest indeed, Nick. Alright, so Undead Female Undead Elf. Oh no, I moved to the lizard, sorry, I missed that. I wanted to go through the presets first. Alright, so Female Undead Elf, and then we can jump to the Male Undead Elf and do the tour over there. So they're all looking awesome. Now the thing about becoming an undead of a specific race is not just cosmetic. Can you explain the differences?
Right, so undead have a few very special rules to them. Normal healing damages them, but poison heals them. And this completely turns around the entire game and all the combos that we have in it.
That's this talent, right?
Yes.
Yeah, lets you heal from poison, but regular healing will damage you instead. And then, because undead elves actually have the corpse eating talent.
Yes, they do.
Alright, so, but food, what does it do to an undead?
Most types of food damages them, and it doesn't give any benefits. But food isn't completely useless for them. If you know crafting, you can poison your food, and you can still get some benefit out of it.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So here's a nasty question for you. If I will want to corpse eat something as an undead elf to be able to access the memories of the fallen, is it going to heal me or is it going to poison me?
It's going to heal you.
It's going to heal you because I'm accessing the memories, I'm using that elven ritual.
It's a very dark and necromantic process. It's not just eating the meat that gives you the memories, of course. Yeah. It's a lot more complex and involved.
Okay. Alright, let's move over to the undead humans. Probably the most, actually probably the thing that everybody expected us to make would have been the undead human, and because nobody expected us to do all the races, I guess.
No. This is a Larian way, of course.
Doing what people don't expect, yeah, that's very true. This guy looks awesome. Right? this one is also not bad. He looks very like, well. We can customize the undead, of course, also. Yep. So we can start to become a cooler undead. Let's see what I can do about his hand. This is more the hairstyle that I would expect from him. And what do I have in terms of colors? A Baker color? I don't know, who comes up with these shades anyway? It's all shades of grey.
It's actually the names of colors, they have a pattern. So humans, they call their colors by the professions. So they're not very creative, so they go like, oh, this is brown, so let it be.
Are you seeing what I'm doing? I'm giving him a beard here.
The moustache. The moustache is perfect.
The moustache, which one is that? Which one do you want me to
do? The previous one? This one works, I think.
This one?
The longer the better.
Oh, yeah. The better. Alright, okay. So,
That's so mopey.
Okay, so, and then the helmet, he's just perfect. So, male, female, obviously, we can go through all of that. So the armors are the same armors as the race armors, I think.
With some, yeah.
With some variations, yeah, so that they fit better with our undead.
Oh, you can try undead elf with leather helmet.
Undead elf.
Yeah, and the helmet, put it on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, what's hanging there? Hello, I'm going to go fishing.
Yeah, it's like that fish that hunts.
Okay, all right, awesomeness. All right, so and then my favorites, which is going to be the undead lizards. Look at them. All right, undead male lizard, undead female lizard, who's even taller because the female lizards are the tallest creatures that we have in our game. Look at that tail. Yeah. All right, so all of the undead, when we are selecting them, they have their racial skills. And so, what are the racial skills of an undead?
Right. So undead can pretend that they are finally dead. That is, they can play dead, and enemies in combat will ignore you. Yeah. They will totally fall for this trick. So you might have some time to regroup, maybe sneak around, do all kinds of sneaky stuff.
And do I have another skill?
Yeah, and since you have a generic background here, you're gonna have a source skill that you have. Yeah.
That's this one here, right?
Yep, it's Dome Protection. It's a little bubble that restores your armor. It's really good to group up with your party and then just stand there and ignore everyone's.
This looks awesome, man.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of bones.
This is awesome. All right, Thomas, do you think you could organize a little strip poll so that we can like get people to no strip polls today? Straw polls, sorry.
I'm like, where is this going?
No straw polls? Yeah, no strip. So Thomas was looking at me with this panicked face. Like, I need to strip. Sorry, yeah, we've been doing some long hours over here, so from time to time our humor might be a little bit off. We do not want to offend anybody, but we probably will. But we're not going to do any Smurfs today, that's for sure, for people who watched the Game Master mode last time. Alright, so I would like to... Oh, look at him! He's like the most awesomest. Oh yeah. He is the awesomest, the awesomest. Anyway, okay, so straw poll on lizards, humans, dwarves, and I shouldn't have said the Smurfs nor the strips. I'm going to get myself into so much trouble today. Alright, and we're going to call him, in honor of our Smurf, we're going to go with Smurf. No.
But you have to...
Dark Smurf.
Go create. The Dark Smurf.
Dark Smurf?
No.
Dark Smurf? Dark Smurf. Dark Smurf. Alright, so, is that straw poll popping up? Meantime, I'm just going to go through a couple of the other classes.
Yeah, we need to pick the class because we have a big objective tonight, right?
Yeah. So it's true actually because we are going to... This guy, look at the armor, man. It's so shiny.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a physically based rendering.
Yeah, indeed.
And some magic.
What's the question?
The question is, Thomas, what character class, what race shall we be? Male or female, lizard, human, elf, or dwarf? Please not dwarves. So it's just a place.
Dwarf female, represent.
Human, the lizard, elves, and dwarves. Okay, that's fine. And then, we will be undead by definition. Alright, so, okay. Alright, so let's just pick one. Human, lizard, elves, and dwarves. And there we go. And then, let's do it, man.
Yeah, and I think we'll just pick the class ourselves.
We will pick the class ourselves because we're going to be awesome. We actually have very big ambitions this evening.
Yes.
We have no clue if we're going to manage our ambitions, but our ambitions are tremendous.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
So we're going to be a wizard.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But I want to do some customization on my wizard, and that is I want to actually modify one of my abilities, my civil ability. I would like to be a thief rather than a lore master, if you don't mind, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
But
and why is that? Well, you know why that is. You know why I want to have thievery.
just love sneaking, I guess.
No, but I'm going to be a skeleton. And what do skeletons have?
They have, they can pick, lockpick.
They can lockpick with their bony little fingers.
Yes.
They don't need any lockpicks.
Or tails, I don't know.
You think he's going to do it with his tail?
It's perfect.
I don't think so.
You might want to pick up some poison skills, I think. Instead of all that fire.
Well, I want fire. I like fire.
You can
But that's going to heal me.
You can do fire and poison, I think.
Alright, so we're going to get rid of the geomancer then?
No, it's okay. Yeah,
No?
just in the skills, instead of that boring oil, you can do like contamination, yeah.
Oh, really? Poison dart.
Poison dart.
Yeah, poison dart. Okay, poison dart.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that seems like a reasonable skill for me, for my Dwarf Smurf. Hopefully,
Poison
lizard.
dart.
How's that straw poll coming along, Thomas? We are on schedule here, man.
I don't have the password for this.
Oh,
So I'll have to get
Just spam in chat, spam in chat.
Alright, so Thomas, while Thomas is looking for the password to our straw poll account, and granted, you have to give him credit, the monitor did explode in front of him.
It smoked.
And we are here, right? So he did a brilliant job getting us online. So a big cheers and a round of applause for Thomas. While we are going to, we'll present Fane.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll present Fane, and then as Thomas gets back, actually, did I put on the voice master here? Because I planned on putting it off. Yeah, there we go. All right, so put it on. So we're going to show you Fane. Fane is one of our origin characters. So we have 6 origin characters. We might quickly present them to you. So we got Beast, who is the Beast of the Seas. Then we have Fane. Oh, there he is. I mean, so I'm going to introduce quickly the other guys. We got Ivan Ben Metz, we got Loze, we got Red Prince, and we got Sibyl. They all have big stories. But it's going to take us too long to talk about them. But we're going to let Fane introduce himself. First, we should mention that he is a character that was based on a background story written by Chris Avalon, and then modified a little bit to fit into the ever-changing core story that we had in Divinity Original Sin 2. But it turned out to be a pretty awesome fellow. But I'm not going to introduce him. You're not going to introduce him.
No.
He's going to introduce himself. All right. So pay attention. Here comes Fane.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
Alright, so that's Fane. Somebody locked him up in a tomb, somebody came to rescue him millennia later. What's the first thing he does? He eats the guy.
Very natural.
Yeah, the natural thing to do, but it gave him a lot of source, and he felt really great as a result of it. So that's Fane, and we're not gonna play him because you can play him as an avatar. We're gonna recruit him as a companion.
Yeah, we'll find him.
Yeah, we'll discover him, and we'll discover him in various guises, as it turns out. All right, looks like that straw poll finally got activated. Well done, Thomas. So we're gonna go back to, and we're gonna figure out which one is going to be Dwarf Smurf. I think the lizard is winning instantly, right? There's actually quite a lot of dwarfers here. Let's give them a few more.
Dwarfs.
So yeah, Fane actually is talking to you through telepathy. So if you think he should be talking like Skeletor, that's why you're mistaken. He's also a very cultured and scholarly man. He actually used to be like a Divinity of his time, which was a long, long time ago. He was responsible for many inventions, and one of these inventions is actually one of the things that we're going to try to find today.
Oh yeah.
So, well, I'm pretty sure we're never going to get there, but we can try.
We'll do our best.
All right, it looks that statistically speaking, the lizard is absolutely like cleaning it. Yeah, the human is really not popular, you know.
Well, once everyone figured out that it's not just humans that are going to be undead.
And I have to say, I'm happy to see that the dwarves are actually popular because they have awesome animations.
Yeah,
they're really well animated. Okay, so let's go for our undead lizard. All right, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
He or she?
Yeah. He or she actually. All right, male or female? Go for it, Thomas. So the lizard won it, male or female. In the meantime, we'll check out our instruments. I want a cello. Are you okay with the cello?
Cello?
Yeah.
Sure.
What, you want an oud?
I wanted the banzuri.
You want a banzuri, really?
Yeah.
Is it on the fluty
but
thing?
Yeah, well, probably it doesn't really.
I mean, cello fits much better than that, man. I mean, what kind of in that
sure,
play banzuri?
it's quite big. And do we have a tax?
Yeah.
We need to pick something.
Jester.
Jester, sure.
Jester.
Barbarian.
Barbarian? Jester Barbarian is kind of cool.
Just kinda crazy.
Alright, Jester Barbarian, why not? Alright. And that lizard male Jester Barbarian. Alright, anything else? You want a funny...
Yeah, I want a better skull and maybe different shape. Oh yeah, the golden one. Oh.
The golden one, this one?
Mm-hmm.
And that fits you?
Yeah, it really brings out the poison in his wands.
Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch off the voice because we have a small bug still with the voice, so I'm going to, unfortunately, I wanted to show off the voices today, but not today. You're gonna have to wait for the next stream or for this. Alright. So, what is it?
Female.
I thought so.
Yes.
I was gonna put money on it. I should have put money on it. Alright, here she is, the tallest lizard creature in the world. Darth Smurf, the undead lizard, who also happens to be a... what, did I just clear the tax? Oh, yeah, because oh man, I didn't know that. Just a barbarian. Alright, there you go. Ready? Okay, we're off. We go. Cello, right? Okay, so you get a warning. Why do you get a warning?
It's a bit challenging. So if it's your very first time playing Divinity, you might want to at least look up some facts about undead before starting, such as the fact that you need to veil yourself when talking to people, because not everyone is open-hearted about undead. So you will have to disguise yourself. You will have to put on a helmet and armor and so on and so forth.
I particularly like this thing that you can survive death fog, because death fog is a very big thing in this game.
Yes.
Alright, okay, let's get started. Confirm, are you sure you're done with character creation? Yes, I'm done. Alright, let's skip all of that. So we are locked up, we find ourselves in the hull of a ship, and people want to do nasty things to it. They put a collar around our neck so that we can't use all of our source magic, but we don't care right now. We're going to get rid of that collar, because that's how awesome we are. Look at that. We're completely bandaged because nobody needs to know that we're an undead. And look at that! Alright, a grinning skull wakes up next to us. And he's like jealous of us. Alright, he said, well, you know what? Everybody should see that you're a skeleton. And he warns us. He's been put here actually as a little warning. And he only talks to skeletons.
Yes.
He doesn't talk to anyone.
If you're living, he will not give you any words.
Alright. So he warns us not to show our true selves. Alright, so we got save game there. So this is our first Magister, and she's like really happy about it. So let's see what happens when we have a cowl on us. So let's remove it. So what's gonna happen? Alright, so she has the natural reaction to anybody that anybody would have is that they will attack us. Alright, so that's a really great start of my tutorial over here.
Yeah, so you can basically lose the game in the first
so this is why we're gonna make a save game. And Darth Smurf is, we have to make sure there's these guys over here, so we don't want to attract their attention. Luckily the door is closed. Yeah. So, okay, you're the master of
and you don't have weapons. Oh my god.
I know, we only have magic, man. That's why we wanted to the wizard. I was planning on ruining everything from the get-go.
Okay, so yeah, I think you should start with poison. And do the poison fire combo. Blow her up.
You want to have poison on her? Okay. Alright, a little bit of poison. This one?
Yeah. Let's get
On
an
her?
explosion. Yeah, right at her.
Bang.
Okay.
Yeah, she walks out of the fire. So she's hitting me with electricity, shocking me.
That's alright.
Alright, fireball.
Sure. Yeah. We're in a bad situation here.
Just don't want to. Okay,
I
good.
think she should just burn down.
You think so?
Yeah. At the ignition and we'll be
Ignition? Yeah, but I'm not going to hit the other guys, right?
fine. No, there's a wall.
Yeah, alright. Okay, cool. She almost dead?
Yeah, I think she will burn up.
You think so? Okay, I'm going to set. Yeah,
There you
instantly. Well done.
There you go.
Alright, everything's on fire. I have to wait for the fire to go away.
Couple turns.
Couple of turns. So in real time, we're walking around in real time, so that's when time is being simulated. And we're fine. Let's see what she has on her.
Loot.
Okay. Oh, there's nothing? Really? This is a decent book. Helm color, mask. I don't know. Torture.
Wait,
Nope.
wait, no.
Oh no! I screwed it up.
Okay.
Oh man.
Do you have a save game?
No, Nick. No.
Well, it was
No.
we're doing
it. Look at it.
Oh,
Alright, so we're in
oh,
trouble
man.
because I got all of these magicians after me.
Oh, but yeah.
Best,
you can-
yes. Alright, so here we go.
Oh no, you hit me, I'm dying! Ah, I'm dead.
Click again, sir. Oh no, you hit me! I'm dying! Ah, I'm dead! Oh man. Works every single time.
Every time.
Alright, I need to put on my collar.
Yep.
So it's a game. So it's going to be, this is one of the awesome player skills of the Undead. So if I manage to like dress myself up again, they'll forget about it, kinda. And so I'll be able to pass by. So this is a very powerful skill, and as a matter of fact, you've had quite some balancing issues with it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the playtesters found some really crazy abuses. They were juggling combat and going in and out. But I'm sure that players, once this hits live, players will find a lot more abuses that we haven't even thought of, haven't even dreamt of.
Yeah, and we're going to try to abuse your systems ever so often. All right, okay. We're going to see if it's overpowered, right? Because I see Twitch stream thinking that it's overpowered, but we're going to see that you came up with all kinds of crazy stuff to counter the overpoweredness. So let's see what we're going to do. All right, Elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every single detail. Okay, so this guy is new. If you played the tutorial in early access, you wouldn't have seen him. And this because it's Fane. It's the Undead origin character. Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know, man. He looks like an elf, yeah. Alright, so this is the first time we meet him, so we can talk to him. And he turns out to be a scholar, so he's reading this book. We're not going to go through all of the dialogue right now. We'll let you do that.
And the book he's reading is actually by Cranley Hubert.
Yeah, I love that you said that. Let me pick up my Cranley Hubert book here.
Actually, didn't know that, but I said it in the dialogue and it clicked.
Yes, there you go. So this is the Cranley Hubert book. This is the book that fits in the collector's edition of Divinity Original Sin 2. This is kind of like product placement like hell, but it's an Original Sin 2 stream. And so it's awesome. I will show the collector's edition later, so you can still buy some. I think we still have some left on divinity.game. So it's got all kinds of lore, and there's much more in that collector's edition, but we're not going to go through it right now. We'll go later. Okay, anyway, so we're just going to be very good prisoners, not murder anybody at all whatsoever. And we're going to enter in this scene. So there's been a murder on this ship, and it's a slight spoiler, but I mean, this stream will have some spoilers, unfortunately, but it's just going to be from the beginning of the game. And it turns out that it's this girl here, Wendigo. And so these guys just figured it out, and so they are questioning her, and she said, "Did you murder him?" And she said, "Yes, I did." And she turns her head, looks at us straight in the eye, and then she says, "But that's not the only one I wanted to murder, there's others whose lives must end." And she's actually talking about us, isn't she?
She's kind of crazy.
Alright, so she says, "Our journey draws to a close." She reaches for her collar, simply removes it, and she's about to create a scene. And indeed, a scene she will create. So, turn-based combat starts, Wendigo does her thing, a swords blast kill, and
yeah, combat ends.
Combat ends. It's like our shortest combat sequence ever.
Yep.
And so we wake up in a ship that is burning, and
you should really get out of here.
we need to get the hell out, but we're going to take our weapons.
Yeah,
right?
that's very important. So
this is actually something that came out of early access, because people were complaining that you started with weapons, so we just stripped them away, and then we put them in here inside of this wooden chest, very much against everybody's advice. Because everybody says nobody's going to find them, so we would do it anyway. So we'll see if you guys find it. Okay, and so those weapons adapt to what your starting class is actually. So, well, let's do it basically, right? So we're going to put this on fire.
Just...
I doubt it. Yeah, it works, man. There you go. It works. I've played this game before. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, I burned the thing. All right, so I want to show this. Okay. So I gotta hurry. So this thing is a door, and it is locked. All right. And I have my lockpicks because I'm an undead with a lockpick finger. Fortunately, somebody put the lockpick level of this thing higher, so I'm not. I know yet. That's actually most likely going to change, but anyway. So let me go and find the key for that thing. Luckily, I know where it is. So I'm going to destroy this thing over here. Okay. And we're going to go take this ski here. And look at that! Who's that over there? It's Fane again! Alright, so let's go and meet up with him.
There he is.
And we talk to him, but this time he looks like a skeleton.
Yeah, a lot less flashy.
Yes, indeed. And so we see a skeleton. He actually has a jewel in his face. And so the reason why he is sitting here is because somebody took his mask away. It was that witch Wendigo. She took his mask away from this guy. So he's really unhappy. And so the thing about Fane is that he has this mask of the shapeshifter. And with that mask, he can turn himself into an elf, into a human, into a dwarf, and into a lizard. And then when he talks to people, people talk to him as if he is an elf. Because we talk to him as if he was an elf.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to find his mask back. And so we're going to start with him, but he's not going to want to be helped by us now, so I'm going to let you discover the dialogue yourself. Yeah. He's not going to want to join us now, but we'll manage to convince him to join us a little bit later in our adventure. Alright, so I saw the question pop up if the origin characters each have their unique voice. The answer is yes. So when you start playing the game, you can create a custom character, and then you can pick one of the custom voices. And if you play a origin character, then you get a origin voice. Alright, so let's see. Pull open the door, use my key, the door goes open, and we get in here. And so we see a couple of tentacles come in, and they hit this barrel full of dead fog. Yeah, look at that! I can walk in it. Right? You don't want to do that with a regular human or lizard or elf, they die. But as an undead, I'm immune to dead fog, which is awesome. Yeah. So dead fog, as I said, is a big thing in this game. Alright, so we are hearing some echo audio, probably because I've been echoing too much on this stream. So Thomas is going to be on that. We're just going to pretend that nothing is happening and that everything is fine.
Can we maybe see some questions? If there are any?
Yeah, if you show us some questions, we'll answer some questions as I go upstairs here, and I'm going to fight all my all these guys. So there's a problem on this ship. What happened actually is that somebody has cast a source spell, which was Wendigo, and then this is what happens in the world, and the void will can appear.
This is why people are so scared of source skills, in particular.
Indeed, and that's why they put this collar on our neck, so that we wouldn't be able to use source. Okay, but Dark Smurf wants to use source. Alright, any last words, Nick, before I deal with these voidlings here?
You should have equipped your weapons.
Oh man.
So it's fine. Yeah,
this is going to cost me action points.
Oh yeah.
Alright, 1, 2. There goes my. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I got 2 wands.
Yeah.
Dual wanding Dark Smurf versus 2 little voidlings and their mother. Okay. So I'm going to...
The Syrian dagger skill actually changed from alpha. Now you can select different targets for each dagger.
That's not on early access yet?
I don't think so.
They don't have that yet?
I think this is something new.
I thought they had that already. This is awesome. See, I can shoot like completely ridiculously.
It's quite recent.
Okay, I'm gonna put this poison on fire also. Okay,
sure.
There you go. Boom! Awesomeness. So these guys are...
Oh, this is on the A. Okay. Well, thank you.
It is on early. I thought it was on early access.
Time really flies in the last...
It has, hasn't it?
Okay,
fire up. Boom! Alright.
Yeah, they're almost dead.
I die. Kill me. Oh. Man. No. Yeah. That's it. You stupid beast! These are really... You're so stupid.
I don't think they even have a brain.
No, they don't have a brain. No. Anybody thinking that it's going to be that easy is seriously mistaken. But here.
Well, if you're gonna do it in fire, that's gonna hardly help you. Also, if you're in a party, you are not, you don't exit the combat. You actually still
indeed
are in the combat.
Just normally they go and they swallow, they surround you, and so you gotta be careful with it. But it is a powerful skill, and it's a very fun skill to use actually. All right, so let's see what else this mission brings us. We're going to continue going through, admiring the vista on this wonderful cruise, where everything seems to be going excellently. Keeps burning up. And so look at that, a lifeboat. A lifeboat, that means there's still a chance. All right. So go on, clip up. So what are we going to do? Okay, so ordinarily I would ask the stream what we're going to do. I mean, because this kid is going to ask us to go and save the people downstairs, but we're not going to do that, are we?
No,
we're not
we're
going to do that.
full evil here.
Anyway, indeed, we're actually full evil. I mean,
Darth Smurf.
Yeah. Darth Smurf, man. Reach for the release mechanism, forget the others you want off this bloody ship. Yeah. Oh, there's still people down there. Nope, no time to spare. Goodbye. All right, and so we brace and we go in there. Got a little camera scene that pops up, and we're gonna get to the next bit of the game. We're gonna go to Fort Joy. Cutscene happens here, not showing that just yet.
Spoilers.
Something happens to us, we hear a voice, and we wake up on the other. It's not a democracy, guys. So...
there was a question about healing ritual. I think it was also in the Kickstarter update. It's the chain heal.
Yeah.
And now chain heal is actually smart enough to hit enemy zombies and avoid your zombie allies, or undead allies.
Yeah, absolutely. So, here we are then, Nick. Alright. This must be Fort Joy, the place where they were bringing us. Alright. It looks more beautiful than it's ever looked, huh?
Yeah.
It's really good. Alright, so shiny and bright after all that darkness. Look, it's a kid over there.
Some statue. Oh yeah, the kid.
Alright, let's go scare the kid.
Oh really? Yeah.
We're gonna go scare the kid.
Oh man.
Alright. I am Skeletor Darth Smurf. Run, kids. Run for your life. That's going to be the rest of the stream. I'm coming for you, kid. I'm coming
really
for you.
Embracing that full evil kind of look.
Yeah, I'll still put it back on because I'm going to die so hard otherwise. Alright.
And the Magisters are not going to just run away.
No, they're not just going to
They'll
run.
put you...
Exactly, so this is going to be what happens. Alright. So, I'm going to kill these. Can I kill these like really rapidly? I would like to have that scroll over there.
Sure.
Yeah, do you think that, because we are having big plans, alright, I'm going to do it like this, up, boom, bang, and then boom, bang, 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 boom, boom,
Almost there.
and bang, bang, boom, almost bang,
Oh yeah.
bang.
I'll just burn it.
You're never going to get to me, dude.
Popcorn.
Okay, you are so over. Boom!
Yep.
Okay. Haha, did pretty well.
Oh yeah, some poison.
Say, oh, hey, heal. Shower time!
Poison
Shower.
Yeah, this is poison dance.
Yeah, you keep on doing that, right? Okay, there's a healing potion there. I'm not going to take the healing
Not very
potion.
useful.
Yeah,
Well, yet.
not yet, because we're
not
going to
yet.
try to find that talon of Psych. Whoever came up with the name Psych.
Psych.
Psych, come on. That's like a religious name. Alright, we're gonna recruit Red Prince, I think. Yeah, we need help. We're not gonna manage on our own, okay?
Yeah, we have to get a few party members to take on Niles. Will Decaying Touch heal undead or continue to damage? It will continue to damage. Decaying is not good for anyone.
Alright, greet him with a pretty praise. He's not going to be happy because he's talking about short-term memory. He says, only a few hours ago I saw you skulk about that ship like a lost child in search of its mother. But you weren't a lost child, where you weren't an innocent at all. Word has reached me, you see, through a very sore grapevine indeed, that you turned your back on your fellow passengers. Left us to fend for ourselves. So the guy is like reacting to the fact that I left him behind.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, but he's a prick, you know, like so much easier, isn't it, to look out for oneself alone? I mean, that's you.
I mean, it's hard not to leave him, right?
I don't complain. He made it to the shore, stop complaining. Alright. Okay, alright. So, I'm gonna try to recruit him. What's he planning to do next? Okay, so... Okay, he wants to talk about his memories. Oh god, Red Prince. And he wants to talk about his empire. Alright. So here you see that I have the option of a lizard, because I'm an undead.
You're still a lizard.
So I basically get two origin tags, right? I get ant lizard and I get
Undead.
Undead, indeed. And then I also have my Jester tag, which is the one that I picked at the beginning. Alright, so it's a lizard. Okay, you're going to go and start saying that everybody knows him and invite him to travel you. He says okay, and then I said on one condition, and I have to promise him that we're going to find a dreamer, like hell we are. And I need to ask him, so this is then an option that appears. Casually ask him how he feels about, the living impaired. How do you feel about the living impaired, actually, Nick?
Live and let live. Or
there
unlive.
you go. That is a very Larian attitude.
We need a new verb for that, though.
Yes, it's true. So anyway, the undead like your good self. So apparently he was perceptive enough to see that we are an undead, and it's normal. This guy, he slept with succubi. All right, this was his crime. This is why he was exiled.
How is this a crime? But they're very strict about this.
Yes, so he is a necromancer and demonologist. At least he knows a little bit about it.
That's great. We're gonna get this guy.
All right. Okay. Good. And so, what do you want him to be?
I think we need an enchanter, actually.
Yeah.
Someone to control foes in combat. It's gonna be
an enchanter. Or?
Inquisitor is also pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, that settles it. I got an Inquisitor, and he says that we should call him Your Royal Highness.
Oh no.
No, we're not going
That's not happening.
All right.
There was a question about healing spells from different schools. So in general, healing from necromancy, it's dark enough to heal undead. So if you put points in necromancy and you have lifesteal, it will heal undead normally. And also if you perform a skill like Bloodsucker, that also counts as necromantic healing. Something. They're nasty. You might want to get the bedroll, which is conveniently put on that cliff.
Here?
Yeah.
On this one?
Mm-hmm. There's a bedroll right next to the sleeping bunk.
Then why do you want me to get a bedroll, Nick?
It's a good way to heal between encounters, and even bony undead like to have a nap, basically.
Because we have big plans, and we're going to try to save the cat, right? We shall. The cat may not die.
Are we gonna show it?
Maybe we'll get there.
Maybe
we'll not show it. Maybe we'll not spoil it. Yeah. But in early access that wasn't in. But if you now save the cat, if you get the cat out of Fort Joy, there's going to be an awfully cool surprise waiting for you. Yeah. Awesomeness. You don't say awfully cool, do you? Anyway, we need to get over here. All right. So we're going to go recruit Fane, that's what we want to do. Alright, we're not going to spoil it. There will be spoilers, by definition. Yeah, we're playing through the game with the undead. So by definition there will be a spoiler. Okay, so here's Fane, and he is busy with this dead man. So he's sitting on his knees and he is trying to do something. So if you watch some of the press that came out today, you know what's going to happen. But otherwise, well, we're just going to and say, knock knock Fane, how you doing? And actually let's remove our cowl and see if he's going to react badly to that. And obviously he's not going to react badly to us being a skeleton, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We're talking skull to skull, so to say.
Alright. So the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank, he's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face. Bucker. I wonder if I'm supposed to, perhaps. So he's trying to rip the guy's face.
Yeah, but the problem is this guy does not look fresh enough.
It doesn't look fresh enough.
This guy had a really bad night, I think.
Really
somewhere. So that face will not serve us.
So he's wondering if the beard acts as a form of anchor. So we're gonna cough politely, I guess. Oh, it's you. He's not very impressed by it. Must admit, I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. So, anything valuable there? Exceptionally common, but exceptionally valuable commodity, a face, indeed. So this man is interested in faces. And why is he interested in faces?
Well, he wants one.
He wants to rip his face.
He wants to rip a face,
yeah.
Yes.
And so he's complaining that he doesn't have any surgical equipment. And he wants to grip the face because he wants to make a mask. Alright, and he said, my mask was stolen from me, and it was the mask which he used to show himself as an
elf, yeah, back when he was reading the book on the first floor.
Exactly, and then he's complaining about how savages like all the rest of the world react to seeing bone. I agree.
Oh, right, we're the savages, but he's trying to rip the face off.
No. He's talking about the other people. He's talking about the elves and the humans.
Oh,
and,
but those.
Yeah, no. So get away, monster. Hide the children. We know how to deal with the children. So if I'm to traverse this land, I will need to mask to disguise my features. So I'm gonna say, ask how exactly he makes a mask once he has a face. Oh, it's far too complicated. It requires more finesse than can be achieved by a rock tied to a stick, which I assume is your oeuvre. No, but once I have extracted the required material from the specimen, it will be all rather simple. Okay, so
let's pick this guy up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
We can also make a mask. We could use one.
Indeed, that is actually our mission today on this Twitch stream. We want to make a mask.
Yeah.
We're gonna end when we make a mask.
We're gonna try to face rip Niles himself, but that's a very very high target to me.
I like that. Okay, so he says he needs a guide. Okay, so we say okay, sure. Let's join. Well, he says he's skilled in all kinds of things. So what do we want?
I think enchanter.
An enchanter.
We need a controller guy because in Niles' fight he has these flash golems that go for your face.
You're already thinking that far ahead.
Oh well, you have to. So it's gonna be just a couple hours or even less.
All right, so I'm gonna make a save game. All right, and I should not forget to put that back in my call, because otherwise it's not gonna last very long. All right, so how are we going to get into the fort? Did you figure that one out yet already?
We can try to sneak through.
Right.
We don't have to go through walls. Although, yeah, we can see the... do we have elves? We don't have elves.
We could get...
We can talk to Dallas, that's fine. Yeah, let's just knock on the door.
We can recruit Sibyl if you want. She's an elf.
Sibyl sounds fine. Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, so we got this little scene here, talking about stuff. So we get all our options here. Call out to the shaking masters to tell them hurt these up, you're hungry. Alright, Alexander, he says stop. You'll play all of this when you're playing the game, so we're not going to go through all of that. Except that this poor lizard is about to the end of that lizard, right?
When you face rip someone, it is a generic human face, but to me personally, it matters very much that we can face rip Niles, because he's the...
Okay, so you want to have Niles.
Yeah,
right?
I want Niles specific. That doesn't matter much, but the satisfaction is there.
Let's head in. So no Ifan for us. We're gonna go for Sibyl. Or you want Ifan?
Loze or Sibyl?
Ah, Loze. Why not? Loze?
Sure. Oh yeah, she's crazy enough to talk to.
She's got a demon in her head. It's a thing in her head. Alright, so shit. Oh well, it's not such a big. I mean, her origin intro already is like.
Yeah, I think she
mentions it. Yeah, it's very demonic. All right, so why are you acting so strangely? Okay, so I'm just going to recruit her. Sorry, stream about doing this fairly fast. So she's introducing herself. Okay, elaborate. And what were you doing? She's complaining about herself. Danger to society. Okay. Yeah, actually she was remembering. I forgive you for leaving me to drown on that ship.
Well, sorry.
One of the kids made it out. I told you the kids were up to no good. Yeah. So anyway. Alright, sounds like a good idea, Loze. You are my friend now. So what is she going to be?
I think we can take a ranger or a wayfarer.
Okay, which one do you prefer?
Let's say wayfarer.
Yeah, a bit of magic. Alright.
Some poison.
Well, we were gonna tell her also that we're undead.
Might as well.
And so she is so basically your potential companions are not going to attack you on sight if you're an undead, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so Nick, which way are we going to take out of here?
I think we're missing some. Huh?
Yeah, where is she?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna definitely need to fight those crocs.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Or do you want to...
No, man.
Well, it's a bit early for Niles.
We'll go kill some crocodiles?
We need to quest around a bit.
Yeah. With the four of us? Yeah. Okay, take a hike, man.
It's gonna be really hard, but I think we can do it.
With me at the helm, no problem whatsoever. Let's request that F5.
Busted. We're so doomed.
So in we go, and we're trying not to spoil too much also, so we're just
Who's
like...
that guy?
Which one?
You're walking towards.
That guy?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
Larian?
he might be trouble.
Yes.
Hmm.
You want us
That's fine. Yeah.
Let's see. Hello, Larian. How's it going?
Wait, he's talking to Red Prince.
Yeah, so he is actually Red Prince is my companion, and there's people that want to kill him.
Well, yeah. Look at him.
And so that's one of the penalties of taking Red Prince, actually. So there's plenty of assassins in the world who want to kill him, and we're going to have to kill him, right?
Yep.
So let's see.
There's a question. How does romance work for undead?
Ah!
Oh yeah, there is.
It's awesome. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's awesome. Yeah, you can. I mean, actually, if you have oh Jesus Christ.
Okay.
If you have Fane as a companion, Fane is actually very interested in the world, so you can try it fairly fast. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna. But I got my elemental arrowheads. Thank you for the fire, my friend. Yeah, I need well, I'm first gonna heal up, right?
Wait. You're losing. So you don't need to heal up.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the arrowheads and just shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in.
Too far, I can't reach. Snake, I tell you, I mean, your ranges are always too small, man. This is gonna cost me an action point. He's on fire, right? But I don't want to kill him.
We'll set that guy on fire with poison arrow.
He has with the poison arrow. You sure? This is
Fane,
Fane,
right?
Don't Fane is there.
Don't catch Fane.
But Fane knows carries poison.
Yeah, but
the poison is gonna react. Oh man.
Yeah, this is real ambush. Real ambush right there. If you target the poison arrow just slightly.
Yeah. Alright.
I just shoot him.
Actually, yeah, this is a good idea because then I'm gonna poison him. Fane is going to.
It's gonna explode. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine.
Was Fane and then is Fane burning? I don't think it's burning.
Now I can do the.
He's blinded.
You can do elemental arrow.
Yeah. Look at that. Fane, elemental arrow. So that gets me burning arrows.
Yep. And you should encourage your allies.
Gee.
Because it's getting tough.
Alright. Boss. Okay. So.
Okay, now it's Fane.
Alright. Fane.
So we should put out a fire with ice, I think. Because fire is really bad for undead. Really
This
bad.
one?
Yeah.
Is there actually a for an undead? Is that an actual penalty fire?
We didn't go that far. But it's natural penalty because you like poison and poison likes to explode.
Right.
Things get out of hand very quickly.
So I'm gonna freeze him?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
hopefully at least make him wet. Another magic armor. Still nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's save some AP for next time.
Alright. So Red Prince needs a healing potion, right?
Yeah. And also you can do mosquito swarm to heal. But
You want me to do it already? I mean, we need to get if we get his magic armor down. So that is going to.
that's gonna be physical.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. It's all physical actually.
You can do a scroll on him probably.
Yeah. He's wet. No, he's not wet.
Not bad.
Okay. Well,
guy's
Jesus,
really
that was a
powerful.
shit scroll, man. Who balances these things? Okay. Ah, man. Okay, Fane is probably going to be the only one that survives this thing. Oh, okay, so bang, bang, bang. Okay.
Anyway, burning.
All right. We don't have any control skill. No, no poison.
Yeah, just put it.
Okay. Goodbye, Naren.
I mean, if everything goes too bad, we can just let
He
him
really
go.
wants to kill Red Prince, eh?
Well, he's an assassin.
Yeah.
They kind of do
I'm
that.
gonna make it rain, man.
Yeah, actually, Fane will be able to, and you can just keep shooting with your fire arrows.
Okay, and
Not
more.
too much. Yeah, you really need that level.
Rain.
Rain.
Alright, get rid of it, thing.
And
Oh man! I'm so bad at this game.
you can shoot him.
Alright,
Who's
so,
this?
No, this is
This is Red
Fane.
Prince, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can use mosquito swarm with him to heal up.
That's a good idea. No, but he still has physical armor.
That's okay. You're healing up. That's the important part. And
I smack him, no?
yeah,
I smack him.
smack him right in the
Right.
right.
Okay, alright, so.
Hopefully nothing explodes this time.
Yeah, okay.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, boom, boom. Okay,
That dealt some damage.
yeah, still not enough. Okay, so Naren runs out of it.
Yeah.
He is almost, oh man, we're lucky he's out of AP there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't take any healer. What kind of an advancer are you? You don't take any healer here. Okay, and...
Too bad he's not an undead.
Yes, indeed, Nick.
Yeah, just keep shooting him, that's...
I guess that we're gonna kill him like the basic way. Right. Awesome, we got the level up that we wanted. It only costs us 1 resurrection scroll on Red Prince.
We should loot this guy, see
Yes.
where he's coming from.
Okay, let's have a look. So a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, actually not bad. An invisibility potion, this will be handy. And I don't have an identification class. Alright. Water balloon, life essence, which is a good ingredient, and some stuff. And
this axe should really save us. Red Prince should be really happy about it. You can
Yes.
actually go to a trader and identify it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to Red Prince if that's what you think we should do.
Yeah, so some stuff.
Alright, okay, we didn't take that elf actually. So
Probably picking up stuff. I think that yarrow flower.
you want to take it? Yeah, because we want to make some healing potion kind of thing. Okay.
So yeah, necromancy does heal undead, and AP stacking with elf rogues has been nerfed gently. We haven't nerfed it into the ground or anything.
Alright, where am I going to find an identification dude? Do you know one?
Let's try Griff.
Griff?
Yeah, well, actually not Griff, but he's crony.
Really?
There in the kitchen. Yeah,
I'm going the
he
wrong
has
direction here.
is a dedicated person for trading.
Really?
Yeah, well, that's what all crime bosses do. They never do any dirty stuff themselves, of course.
Alright.
So it can be obvious.
Let's do that. Let's go there.
Where is that?
Campbell's Griff. Okay, heading in here.
Do you see Hilda up there on the?
She's up here.
She's
There's
walking
Butter.
around.
And now she's
Oh, there
here.
she is.
Alright, and Hilda's a go. No, Alright, Hilda.
That's right.
You the one?
Ah,
There she is. We have a thing that we need to identify, please. This one. Alright. 28 gold. Christ.
You need to sell some.
Yes, I know.
Might as well.
What am I going to sell?
What is that potion?
80.
Invisibility. Ooh.
Yeah.
So those weapons.
Live essence, we're not going to do. Stupid letter. Oh, well, we can make those ourselves, so...
Yeah, the weapons, they're level 1.
Wooden pitchfork, who cares about pitchfork?
Yeah, the apple.
Water balloon, who cares? Oh, we actually have another already, right? Yeah. Alright, let's accept the
That's
trade, so we
yeah.
bartered. So, now, get on with it.
Let's
I want to
see
see
what
what
we
awesome axe we have.
Oh boy.
28 gold. How awesome is it?
Strength.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh,
Oh, it's really good actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
It doubles your damage output, so.
So great. Any interesting skills here that we're interested in? Not really.
Rogue. We don't have rogues.
No, we don't have ropes. Alright. Awesomeness. Okay, so... ask if Griff won't be angry to see her selling to a lizard. Racist.
Jeez.
Alright, let's get out. Oh, I should actually equip my thing, right? I'm gonna press-
Double throat dagger bug has been fixed, yes.
Okay. Yes, of course you say. They don't know how much bugs we fixed. We fixed a lot of them.
Hundreds.
Thousands, honestly.
Hold on.
No, seriously, thousands have been fixed. I mean, you're looking at your bugs, but there's a lot of bugs out there. Anyway, so, am I going the wrong direction?
These are crocs, yeah. You want one
So, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. You want me to do something more?
use bedroll?
Do we need heal? We do need heal. Actually, where's that bedroll? Alright, let's use it.
And also the buff. It's always nice.
Yeah, want to sleep a bit more? Already rested. Okay.
Wait, let's organize the inventory just a bit. Put the healing potions for the prince probably. He'll be the front line. Yeah. And another one. We're gonna want to eat. We
I
didn't
don't
take
have
some.
man. You
It's
wanted
okay.
to have 45, did you?
Yeah, but that's fine. You can give it grenades to Red Prince too, I think.
The water balloon?
The other one, the fire one. And the
That's one that's more interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
this is fine.
And this we're gonna manage.
Should be. Well,
We
yeah.
should be fine. There's
Try
some
to be
crocodiles
smart.
there.
We'll try to be smart this time.
We
Let's
need
go
to
on.
make the cat stay alive, okay? Whatever happens, the cat needs to stay alive. Alright.
Oh, this cat.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
tough.
She's following the Red Prince. She's gonna be following I'm gonna split my party.
Yeah, for sure.
Split the party. Alright.
So yeah, let's leave Red Prince somewhere here.
Here, and
And-
he's gonna be the surprise in the bushes. There you go. They're never gonna see him
Perfect.
come. Okay.
Perfect camouflage.
Alright, so he's
Yeah.
gonna be playing that.
Yeah, and you can actually do that. But there's a timer on playing that.
So she's gonna be launching oil, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's put everyone on that ledge, but not too close together because those crocs they have surprises.
I can position myself. You almost saw me.
Almost saw me. That was really close. The smarty pants crocs.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, I think we could.
Who does the opening salvos? She? Man, I'm nervous.
Good dude, just shoot him. That's it.
Too late. Alright. No! Cat!
Right.
Where are you going? Okay, that's good. Go over there.
Oh, she ran away. That's smart.
That's a good cat.
Smarter, but we're doing. Explode him.
Was there an oil barrel?
Yeah, there is.
It's
okay. You can start with him. I don't think he has.
Alright, just
throw
fire at him?
Yeah.
Alright.
Make him think about what he'll do. And yeah, just at some point. Alright. Some explosions.
Okay. I want to make that oil barrel explode.
Yeah, that's where they're going. And we have a grenade for that on Red Plus.
Yeah, but look at that, I got oil here, so
there's like a little patch right behind the croc that you can target at.
You think so?
Well, it's
there.
really lucky. Oh no, there's a rock.
No, I can get it. I know.
No,
because the rock is gonna hit me. No, that's not gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna need to move closer, right? 1 AP. They threw oil at me.
Slow.
Yeah, because of the oil. But it's okay, I can still do it.
Yeah.
Like this. There we go. Boom! Bang! Take that! Crocodiles. Alright, get myself. No, she doesn't.
You can have some.
I can take some oil from this side. Yeah, okay, so it's an oil arrows. Excellent. Oily arrows. Alright, and I can shoot him with the oily arrows.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Bang! Oily arrow, man. You've been oily arrowed. Encourage. Everybody?
Yeah, of course.
Alright. Encouraging. Woo! So glory's mine.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Red Prince.
Sprung the trap.
Okay. So, Thane. You probably can hit both of them with that. Okay, go ahead. Oh, I'm so stupid. I was standing in the oil.
Yeah, I forgot to.
You forgot to mention that I was standing
There's
in
so
the oil.
many variables. It's so dumb.
Yes. Alright, so.
You might want to drink the potion.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Alright, some poison to feel better.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
What is here? Oh no.
No!
Oh, that fire was.
Nick, I took you here with the explicit mission to make sure that I wasn't gonna die.
But dying is fun.
Yes, I know that's fine.
Scale
No,
portation.
no, no, scale portation, do it.
Bam.
Ah.
Wait, where's Fane during all of this?
Thane is burning, he's here.
Why is that?
That is right, Thane.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
He's totally ignoring us.
Yeah.
Do we have two? We have 2 corpses already. Oh my god. This is gonna be tough. Okay. Is it Red Prince? Yeah, we need to explode the barrel with the grenade we have.
Sure. I don't want to explode the barrel.
If you can. Yeah, it's okay.
So we're trying to get inside.
You can do the racial lizards and finish off the.
Resurrect somebody here.
Execution of talent. Yeah, you can resurrect.
Yeah, execution of talent, give me extra AP. Unfortunately, everybody's out of range.
No.
You had to put them out of range.
It's
I'm not going to go in melee against those guys, man.
You can probably just wait a turn here.
Yeah, maybe.
And then fall back with Fane a bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to scan. Do I stay here?
Yeah.
Actually, 1 AP back.
Well, yeah, you want to spend that.
So I can still go a bit further. Alright. This is not. This
Not
is
too far,
tactical.
not
This
too
is tactical.
far.
This is tactical.
Don't
Right?
go too far.
This is
Yeah.
tactical. Now he
So.
could resurrect them.
Does
Which
that
one?
guy have magic armor? The closest croc. Does he have magic armor?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, he has 17. It's kind of tough.
I can resurrect one. So I can resurrect them all the way over here.
Yeah.
With who?
Yeah, your main antagonist, the
Okay, so Darth Smurf,
yeah, right next to Red Prince.
as far as he can. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so.
And you
know, Stream is laughing at us, right?
Just run.
Right?
Just
run away. Actually, I'm gonna like run up this way, so that way they are being split up. All right, and it's his turn.
It's his turn.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
You can start. Oh, this barrel.
Oh, look at that.
No, that
That
guy
one's dead.
You can do the ice, the hailspray.
Yeah. Let's do that. That's gonna slow him down. Okay.
Well, magic arm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just wait a turn here. Okay, that guy's gonna eat
There
some
you go.
damage.
Saltwater crocodile on his way. So.
Yeah, it's time to go offensive.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
With my new axe? Alright.
Just slap
All
it.
in?
Yeah. All in.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard though. Bang! Look at my new axe!
All of his armor.
Nobody messes with the axe. And now I
No.
took it. Ah, look at
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna need some. Wait. You're gonna want some blood to use possibly. So till next time.
Am I gonna survive the hit?
Where's the salt? He's still going somewhere. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
of course. He's going to go for pain. Oh, he's immune to bleeding. It's true, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
because he's
skeleton.
undead. Yeah.
Yeah, he's immune to bleeding. Okay, alright. Awesomeness. Okay, we can do this.
Was that
Why am I...
He's
Ah,
too
Dark
far.
Smurf, yeah.
He was running.
Okay, boys, Dark Smurf, get a little bit closer. Patience with us, stream, we can do this. He was also still alive. Okay, sorry.
You're gonna hit.
That was all tactics, man.
That's tactic.
Yeah, look at this.
And
I'm actually pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then you can shoot him, yeah, with the staff and it's gonna get stunned.
Exactly.
No, you need some more.
Yeah, and I can't get out of here anymore.
Do you have encouragement? Yeah, you might want to encourage. Because there's a croc staring right at you.
Alright, so that's because he's human?
Yeah.
He has his human
On that hand,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Saltwater crocodile.
Ooh, he's really pulling. Oh my god.
There I go. I knew getting close was a bad idea, man.
That little fire spark.
Skill portation.
Ouch.
There he goes, there's.
Ouch.
Fane! We need you, man. Can you do it? That's too much, right?
Yeah, just shoot him.
Yes, just shoot him, mate.
Just shoot him.
I don't think we're gonna get too nice, you know.
We should have bought you a new stuff, you know?
Alright. What do we do?
What do you have?
Not much.
Not much.
I do have a Huber's Encyclopedia.
You might as well
in the
read
library.
it in your free time. Just let them get close and let's face it.
No, we're gonna die. We can get out of here. I mean, Nick, seriously, look at that. He's almost dead.
I think this is a bit of a small bug because you would normally have play dead on him. So
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm trying to get my
play
dead.
dead and resurrect him. So it's really unfortunate.
Saltwater crocodile. So, do you think we can get out of here? I need to be able to resurrect one of my friends. That's what I need to do.
If you can find some spot there where crocs don't see you, you might be able to sneak. But it's gonna be really tough. Oh look, there's a chest. Maybe something there will save you.
That would actually be cool. No, don't do it! You're still alive. I'm not giving up, man. Check the chest. It's locked.
You can freeze him. That's
How about
okay.
I lock it in my bony finger?
just freeze that guy.
Alright, freeze him.
Should work this time. Alright.
Chilled.
Alright. We're
Yeah.
getting somewhere.
Yeah, but he's not dead yet.
He is not. But
No.
you should put the rain down between them.
Right here?
Closer. Yeah.
Here?
Just double him. Yeah, because we're gonna electrify it next time.
You think this is gonna work?
We're gonna
He's
try.
frozen. He's frozen. He's
It's
frozen.
okay.
He's frozen. He's frozen.
The next guy is gonna come into the puddle.
Yeah. Stop! Stop!
Stop!
Stop!
Too
No!
No, don't hit us. Okay. So if you're gonna hit him, can you reach him without moving? Can you
I
reach
can
him?
reach the guy.
In melee. Oh, okay.
I can hit him in melee.
You can just hit him with. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Let's just use the lightning on him.
Alright. Yeah.
The skill, the lightning skill.
And this one? Alright, that's great.
Okay, he's stunned because he was
He's
blind.
got 1 HP left. That guy is also.
Can
okay.
you shoot that one? Should be wet too.
Yeah.
Careful,
No,
I have to.
No. But he's stunned,
You
right?
you cannot kill him. You cannot kill this guy.
I may not kill him because he's blocking
should
out
not
this
kill
guy,
him.
right? I'm saving this here. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now is the time to lockpick that chest. And pray.
Pray for us, Chad.
Pray, chat. Pray for something good here.
No!
How is it? Oh, no. We're nerfing this chest. Okay, so now.
Alright. Hold on. Maybe I can get shit through my. Look, I got water balloon. I got an oil flask. An oil flask could be good.
I think we might, yeah. But
Oh
there's
no! Look at this!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. But wait. Finish up this guy and then. But do it with the stuff next to him. Yeah. Okay.
That's the teleporter. I could get my teleportation skill, teleport this guy away.
No, that guy is teleporter.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
No, that's a teleporter. No, I don't remember. Okay. Alright, here we go.
Cool.
Look. You can't see me anymore. Why am I still in combat?
I think if you pass it, he's gonna look around for him. Oh, he's shocked. Shocked, I'm telling you. Okay. You can walk out. And can you reach him with your frost spell? Because you're gonna freeze him again. Wait, no, frost. The third. Yeah, if you drop it on his head.
Yeah, should be good. Break some filter, right?
Bam!
Yeah.
Okay, now you just need one more punch. With stuff of Magus. Wait. Careful. We can lose so far.
Like this.
Yeah. Just.
Bang! We awesome team!
Wow. If we
I'm actually sweating.
Is it the lion or was it really scary? Jesus.
This was pretty tough.
If we wouldn't kill the assassin, we would have died here.
This is true actually. The assassin actually helped us.
Gloves of teleportation is ours. Woo.
Yes, it is. And now we can finally get into business.
Oh man, we're gonna need to buy some scrolls.
We're gonna need some resurrection scrolls, right? So we are running. Well, we just have enough.
I'm really sweating too.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Oh my god.
It's cold in here, man. Alright, Red Prince, get over here, man.
So, and this is not even hardest difficult.
No, this was classic.
Yeah.
This is why we have an explorer mode for people who
Should
don't
have
want to sweat like we did.
Because, well, we're really rushing things, so usually things are not as brutal. So you would usually...
unless you try to do what we do.
Unless, yeah,
which you shouldn't do.
You're that kind of guy.
So, yeah.
So we might wanna, loot everything.
Where's my...
you have a couple more, so...
Okay, and then you're gonna be over here. Okay.
Yeah. Niles now.
That's gonna be our second fight, right? We're gonna sneak in and we're gonna go straight for Niles.
I know some testers who would actually probably be able to do it.
Okay.
Without breaking sweat.
Alright.
We have some crazy people on our testing team.
We do, man. So...
a bedroll a day. A bedroll a day keeps crocs away.
Hey, what did I weigh?
Bedroll?
A bedroll a day. That's what I wanted to do.
Bedroll?
I wanted to use bedroll. Alright.
Did you loot? Did you loot all?
I'm looting. I'm gonna go... I want a chest, man. Where's that chest?
Probably will have to burn it.
Yeah, but we can break it, you know? Maybe we'll break our stuff. Where's that chest?
It's right under.
There it is.
Oh, but you leveled up. You can put. Oh, but you leveled up before. Do you have the silver ability point? Yeah, you do.
I
Oh
do.
my god, we could have actually. Opened.
We could have like OP'd this completely.
Yeah.
Alright.
Didn't you put the point in thieving?
But I
Probably
changed my
forgot,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, so
changed
that's
it.
why.
But one should be enough, I think.
You think so?
Well, let's hope so.
That's so.
Let's
okay.
try.
Alright,
Let's
so
try.
hold on. Let's do this correctly here.
Yeah.
So, guide me.
Intelligence and constitution. Oh yeah.
This is gonna be a constitution match, right? And
Yeah,
this
this
guy's
guy
strength.
well, 1 point in constitution.
One constitution and one strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then him.
Intelligence all the way. We need a lot of firepower in this guy.
Yeah.
And finesse and wits, I would say.
Wits?
Yeah, we would want like first turn.
Yeah, so that we also get some
Actually.
secrets that we find.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
And then.
Right. Geomancer, I want to say. Or, yeah,
Yeah.
Geomancer.
No fire?
Fire is also good. It's equally
I like
good.
fire.
We have a lot of fire. We don't want it, but we end up with it, so might as well go with it. I think Necromancer. It's just to heal up from all the damage. You have really good damage with your axe, so I think you should do it. Air, I think.
Air?
Aerothurge.
Aerothurge, okay. And then
Geomancer too.
Geomancer.
Geomancer.
Alright, civil abilities.
Oh, we want a lot of bartering. We're gonna have to barter our way. Lore Master is good.
Yeah, we can identify ourselves,
if you want.
That would be handy when we're barging in, actually.
Yeah, you might wanna reposition
because we got the Houndsmaster to go through also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, telekinesis, that was stupid.
It's okay,
should have looked at what we had before, actually. Yeah.
You can take persuasion, because lizards are actually
very
really
persuasive.
Yeah, very persuasive.
Alright, so all points used. Okay, so
let's try
what's in the chest? So was it Fane? I forgot who we did actually.
I think it's
Fane. No, it's or
Dwarf. Yeah, the
Dwarf Smurf. Alright. Okay, let's go over there. Have a look at what we can find in that thing. Alright.
Let's find out if it would have saved us.
Unlocked using your bony fingers. Awesome.
Wow, this is really good.
Oh, it got rain. 2 rains. Oh yeah.
Rain
but we need a Hydrosophist and we don't have another Hydrosophist.
We
don't.
Maybe later. Maybe later.
Wouldn't have helped us.
Right. But 45 would have saved you probably.
45 would have helped, that's true. Actually.
I don't know if it would have saved you, but it would have helped quite a bit.
Party, we're gonna go and pick up a few more secrets, which are over here.
Yeah, we'll put some points in the bits, right?
So for people that are just joining, we're playing with the Undead races today. We have recruited Fane, or origin story, for the Undead. And we are trying to rip somebody's face off by finding a face ripper. And so to get a face ripper, we need to get to the local torturer, who's a man named Niles. He lives deep into a dungeon, but we're afraid of him, so we're trying to level up so that we can get closer to Niles and actually defeat him, because otherwise we'll not. Actually, the face ripper is on Niles?
Somewhere around. I think he might have it himself.
Pity, because otherwise we could have actually gone and steal it, like with all the invisibility in the world.
We can try it, but we can fish it with a skeleton.
There's a secret over here. See here?
Oh, there it is.
And Red Prince doesn't need a shovel because, sorry, it's the cat. Alright, he doesn't need a shovel, so should have actually put a point in bed on top of the cat. Alright, okay, there you go. What do we get?
Oh, that's nice.
See?
Thievery!
There you go. Like,
we're on the roll.
I'm gonna send it to
Dwarf.
Alright, so send it to Dark Smurf. And then this one, Mage Pants.
Mage Pants. Anyone could use it.
Oh, the warrior needs something, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything.
He's gonna stand on fire a lot, so let's put him. Give him a kilt.
Then these are, okay, they're actually not bad, eh?
They're good for anyone.
Okay.
You probably want them.
We have a thieving skeleton now on our side. So I got some potions here. Can I make something with them?
Let's see. Maybe the.
Didn't I have don't I know some recipe already?
You have a herb that you might want to combine?
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Well,
yeah, so let's, where's my herb? There it is. And where's my empty potion?
There it is, on the center.
Yeah, there you go. Combine.
Anything?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're healing Elixir, man.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was a good move, actually.
I think it actually clears a lot of negative statuses.
Alright, let's get in.
Nice.
Am I strong enough to carry this thing?
Prince might be, yeah. So let's see. Yeah.
Yes. Great.
Just fine. So yeah, it's still the case that if you put more points in strength, you can carry a lot more stuff.
Okay. So while I'm walking there, let's answer a couple of questions from chat.
Is Fane a man of many cheeses?
There is actually a man of many cheeses in the game. You're going to find him in a city called Arx. But you're going to have to play a long time before you go there, and she is exactly as you guys wanted, although we added a few twists to it.
Yeah, chat also asked...
it's still burning, Aaron.
Yeah, we really did him good. I mean, that poor guy.
Do I need to buy anything while I'm...
Resurrection scrolls.
Where will I find them?
Same person, Hilda? I think she should have... yeah, right there in the kitchen. she should probably be happy to see us. And we might want to talk to the owner of the...
What did I do? Did I just click on something?
Did you steal something, son? We need to really control those symbols.
Yeah, I might have clicked on something. Okay, so
you can try with Griff. I think he would have some.
I don't want to talk to Griff.
No, never mind.
Well, I might. But I mean, I basically took all my money. He doesn't have anything. He's got just junk on it.
Well, what about Hilda?
Where is she?
She's right next to.
Where is she? Where is she?
Behind her.
There you go.
Right there.
Alright, Hilda, okay.
Yeah, let's buy a couple. Does she have range weapon? Wow.
Well, maybe we'll buy one. No. Actually, wait a minute. How does that work again?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you have a bonus.
Yeah.
But something. I might have to look into it. Something is wrong.
Something's wrong here.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a lot.
No, actually, the prices went. No, they didn't go down. Oh, let me see if I dress her with her, and let's do that again. And so she's my. Let's have a look at this. She's my barterer, right? So my barterer. That should have actually worked. This is why we're looking both surprised, but yeah, we're still working on it. So,
the resurrection spell should be a lot cheaper than this.
Hilda, can go for it. Okay, let's do that. And
still a lot.
We already had the bonus, actually, most likely. Yeah, we already had the bonus. Okay. All right. So, what are we gonna offer?
Barrel. The club.
Yeah, club. Can I have pants? I mean, man, we still need to fix this. All right. Okay. So, accept. No.
It has to be lowest. We're gonna have to switch back to her, I guess.
I'm not gonna sell this. All right. So, why don't you do this? Give me the money like this, and then let's go over here. And, an apple.
Yeah. Hand wraps, 45 scroll. Put on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna live forever. What about healing elixir? Is it worth?
I think that was my mistake. The cutting board.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look like something crocodiles have. The book might actually be expensive. No, the other one.
This
the
one?
water one. The rain.
So we don't need that. Okay. All right. So we've got money like this. So we're gonna get all this for one resurrection scroll, right?
Oh man.
Better be good. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I could use another resurrection scroll. So are we going in?
Into Niles already.
Well, we're going to the dungeon, right?
We might wanna level up, like talk to characters, maybe see Withermore.
You want to go to Withermore? Okay, we can do it this way. Yeah, okay.
Pick up some XP maybe.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, we can get some XP. Hold on, I got a great way of getting XP.
Ooh.
So if you want to go to Withermore, that's the kid, right? Well, yeah, that's actually why not. Let me find the way. I'm very good at finding the way. You will notice. It's this way.
Yeah, to the south.
I followed that.
That way.
Heading there. So have a look at some of these questions on chat.
Will Zandalar make an appearance?
I'm not giving in spoilers on the story. What else do we have?
Do undead scare NPCs if they're wearing...
No, so I can actually, basically, I can do like this. So yeah, but this is, I need to do it on him. So now I can actually see it, but people still see my helmet. So that's a...
Cosmetic option.
Yeah, it's a cosmetic option indeed. Alright. So...
Inviting warm cave.
Okay. You can pick up. I'll just go to Withermore. Why don't you just pick up some questions in chat? And maybe I help the frogs now. Which kid is it?
Do you plan to release any additional content?
We're planning to release the game, and then once we've released the game, we're going to try to. We'll see what happens. Right now, everything is working. I mean, the entire team is working towards releasing this one because it's huge. It's really, really huge. Okay.
Who's the voice actor for Thane?
Oh, I forgot his name. Well, we have a press release out there with all the names in it, but I'm horrible with names. Yeah, I can't answer you right now, but maybe Thomas can find the answer.
Okay.
I think it's a Christopher, but I'm not sure. Okay.
Maybe. Are we able to mute the voice of playable characters?
Okay, able of muting the voice of playable characters. I actually don't know. I've never done it. I like the characters' voices. Voice narrator, so you can mute the narrator, but not the playable characters. Should it turn out that they're so horrible that everybody needs to mute them, you can mute them. You can definitely mute the voices. I just removed them because there was a bug in there. Okay, so go ahead.
Do you have any more questions? Something about prints? Do you also get the lore book digitally?
No. If you have the physical collector's edition, you get the books physically and the statue and everything that goes with it. But there will be a digital collector's edition, so there's going to be digital versions in there.
Do companions gain XP if they died in a fight? Yes, yes they do. Will it be possible to do GM mode maps with random players online, or is it only with invites?
You have just a regular lobby, yeah.
So you can find people online.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no big difference in there.
Will we be getting an original soundtrack release?
There's going to be one in digital collector's edition, yes.
If I play an undead elf and my friend plays a normal elf, can only one of us get the blessing from the god?
Say that again? If I play an undead
elf and my friend plays normal elf.
No, you both are going to have a conversation with your god. Your god is very focused on survival of the fittest. So he's everybody will get a conversation with their god. God only cares about the winner. He doesn't care about the others.
Yeah.
Very survivalist focused. Alright.
Right,
so
found Withermore.
Yeah, so this guy wants to be. So yeah, he reacts to me as a lizard because I took control over Red Prince. But if I take my avatar, I'm just going to do the introductions. Okay, so if I'm going to talk with him, so instantly you see the dialogue changes and says, "You Dead Walker, tell me true. Stand you with the Source Hunters, or do you serve the Tyrant Brackus Rex? Because I'm an undead."
Do you serve him?
Who, Brackus?
No, of course not.
I'm not going to serve anybody, man.
Jeez.
No.
Go with Jester.
Jester, yeah.
Jester's like.
No, I want to move on. I want to move on with this game. All right. So he wants me to get rid of the spear. Am I strong enough?
Yeah,
I am. Okay, but this is awesome because now I have the spear also.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to ask what binds him. So he asks me to go and we do an exchange, and he tells me how to get out. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah,
so we're ready.
We're
ready. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I might want to look something.
Yeah, there's a big chest over here. What do we get? 45 scroll and wizard armor. Well, it's better than what we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we really need some armor.
Yeah, we're in business here.
I heard you will be able to combine skill books to create skills you can't find or purchase.
This is why we shouldn't have thrown away the bloody rain book. We should have shown skill crafting.
Well, once we kill Falancer, we'll get all
yes,
the money.
it's true. It's true.
But
you can combine skill books for skill crafting. Elemental skills plus non-elemental skills gives you new skills.
Yeah.
Shiny chest over there. Anyway, let's get out of here.
We might want to try frogs.
You want to do the frogs? It's going to take too long, man.
Too long?
Are you a man or not a man?
You want to do it?
You think we can do it?
I think we absolutely cannot do it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Yeah. Sure, we can try. It's gonna be level 4 versus level 3. We can do Migo. He's short.
Yeah, we can do Migo.
Either you die or you don't.
This is true, actually.
And he also has a lot of poison. He's to the left. That's gonna be
over
south.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Alright, let's go to Migo. Okay, Migo is a very friendly man.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Actually, Migo was in the top 5 player killers in our stats.
Yeah.
But with introduction of Undead, I think he's gonna go down a few notches because his main thing is poison, which is great for you. You can do the poison dance as much as well.
It's true, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's go talk to him. Migo, my man, how's it going? He's not very happy. Can't help you. Alright, mystic. No, bang. Off we go. Okay, tactics.
Right, a bunch of physical damage, I think. It's gonna be tough, but...
So just shoot him?
Let's start with...
Oh no, I can get the...
Yeah, you can get the blood arrows.
Yeah, there you go, blood arrows.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, alright, shoot him. No! Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, just shoot.
I can't anymore. I can't. That's not bad.
You're gonna need a
Oh, it's the whirlwind.
Oh.
Ooh. There goes all our physical armor. Okay.
Okay. So he's standing on
the blood, and we got lightning.
Oh my god.
I can teleport him.
You can, yeah.
He's not fortified.
Teleport him as far as possible.
Like here.
Yeah, use that little high ground that you have. Yeah.
It's like
just drop him right there.
30 centimeters. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, and you probably want to throw the light in. Because you cannot do it up close, everything will be like...
He was actually wet also, so but he's blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, any famous words? Fortify, Red Prince?
Yeah, you're gonna want to fortify yourself, yeah. And probably try to get away from poison. Yeah, try to find a safe spot. Yeah, just like that.
There. Okay. So because the blood is going to become poison, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and just wait for him to come. Alright.
What's gonna do?
You can throw daggers in. Yeah, just one step. Yeah, that's fine.
Nope. Don't get any more.
Can you reach?
Alright.
So, oil. Yeah, you're gonna need to walk up with it.
Yeah, no, because it's not going to contaminate it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, hit it. Yeah. And it's fire also. Bang. There you go, Migo. I would have been in charge of tactics. Been there already. Alright, so where is he going?
He's lining you up.
Yes,
so
I see
be
that.
Very careful.
I'm gonna have to move, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna do like our stack like this.
Magic armor this guy?
He doesn't have enough left. And
you're gonna almost. No, you need to soften him up a bit more. Yeah, that's done.
You're very
Stuff with Magus. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Actually, my undead don't mind that they're standing in the point.
You don't have to move, I think.
No, that's it, right?
Yeah, right there.
So you, on the other hand, need to move because you're lined up.
You can actually jump on him and hit him in the face.
So he still has. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's gonna have to turn to your next. Bam. Oh no. He's quite
okay.
Slowly get in there. Just. Do you have poison wands? Oh no.
I do have poison already.
No. He's gonna heal. He's a hunter.
Yeah. See that?
Poison.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah. I think ignition is the thing to do. And we have. Can you equip the spear that you got from him? It's not.
Yeah, because of the petrified?
Well, because
I got my oil barrel with me.
Yeah, we might.
That's in time we need it,
might
right?
have to blow him up. Yeah, just skip one until you get to fire stuff.
We got fire arrows.
Does he have?
I need to get out of here with the actually can't anymore, already. It's too late.
Yeah, you.
But wait a minute. Physical armor.
Try to.
I'm just gonna hit him.
Yeah, just.
Look. Yeah, there he goes. He has no more physical. We can knock him down, man.
You can knock it down physically.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't a bad move.
Okay.
Alright, let's go all in on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom!
Oh god.
Bloodsucker.
You can fire. You can put fire on him.
Yeah, but I mean.
Now you can actually throw poison at him, because he's gonna keep exploding. And, what is it?
No, he didn't explode.
There's some, yeah.
But he's healing from the poison and exploding at the same time,
Yeah,
so
that's not very good.
I don't think that was a really good tactic.
You can shoot at his.
You want me to shoot at his feet.
Or just skip on. You're gonna have fire spells next.
Goes.
Oh.
Bang! There goes.
Ouch.
One resurrection scroll. You're not very good at this game.
You can freeze it now though.
You can.
shocked on top of that.
Why I didn't
Oh, you shocked him, right? So if you shoot the stuff twice, should you?
That's my plan. Alright.
No.
Easy. And do I hit him?
Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Once you hit him,
Red Prince.
you can actually. Is there any blood?
I'm healing more than I am.
Yeah, no, you're
Fire.
gonna need some daggers. And also some more fire.
Getting it
Yeah, slowly. He's level 4 though.
Alright, I'll take it. Well, so, I mean, that's the thing, right? So that's nice, but we're never going to manage that.
No, this is gonna be
We're gonna have to cheat. I think we're gonna have to cheat because the stream is gonna take too long, so we're gonna have to cheat. Alright, so let's kill Migo and then we're gonna cheat and then show some more things. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Oh!
I crippled?
Yeah, crippled. I miss again. Hit him!
Yeah!
Oh!
Nice. He bleeds poison. Poison explodes. 4 HP. Oh my god.
That's because of I'm using poison and okay, this. Goodbye, Migo. See, Migo is not so bad. Migo is game. And he's like the easiest character that there is out there.
Start the game and good.
Alright. Okay, so what are you doing, Thomas?
This is
Thomas was
the trailer is so fun.
Alright, so Migo, where are you?
You're gonna want to loot him. Migo, he has a really cool ring.
He does? I had the ring, of course. Migo. So the thing about the face.
Oh, breastplate. Yeah. We're getting there.
Actually, I'm getting skull restoration, so
Sure. Don't, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
give
gonna
it
send to Dark Smurf. Dark Smurf can wear that. Okay, so.
Russ.
Wait, I misplaced even for a second. We can even have a chat about this. Well, you know. Alright, so I got one to resurrect, lose it. We're gonna go and try and find. How are we gonna do this? We should have made a save here actually.
What do we find?
I want to find a face ripper.
Find Niles.
Well, we want to get a face ripper, but we're going to. You know what we're going to do? No. I need to.
Will Undead be made available in early access? Well, the release into books.
Yes, so no, not her. God, I can't bring myself to kill somebody here. You're right. I mean,
you can kill someone like the medic or someone wandering the.
like far away, right? So
yeah, right.
Here, over here.
So somewhere here there is a wandering person.
Let's go do that. All right.
This is horrible, but we're
You're running a little bit of time, so we're gonna do a little cheat and get ourselves a face ripper. All right. Thomas, can you like? Is it possible to put us on the screen, not the game, for a second, so that we can do a little cheat? And then take some questions. And we'll take questions then for 10 minutes after we've done the face ripping thing, but we need to do it at least once, right? God, I'm gonna feel so bad about this. You ready? Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, I need to do this thing, and then I need to do this thing. You can put on the mic, Thomas. So,
Mic is on.
okay, so I'm gonna do this thing, and then it's going to be like...
will French translation be on release?
It should be. So we got French, German, Russian. Those are the 3 languages that are supported in addition to English, and they should be. You never know; things might still go wrong. But
oh my god!
All right.
I guess I should drop it in the game and then see how horrible it is.
I will. All right, you can bring us back, Thomas. We have it.
Alright.
Alright, we cheated a little bit, guys, we're sorry, but we are so bad at our own game. Obviously it's a very big game, we tried to do it kosher, but getting to where we wanted to get was over our time budget. So this is the face ripper, alright? So we're gonna pick it up. No, I don't want to pick it up.
Oh, it's right.
No, it's because I cheated, so this is why I need to do it like this. Okay, it's not a real item actually, the way that I pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna drag it into my bar here. And, well, this is Margot. I'm gonna have Darth needs to do it. Help. Yeah, you're not gonna find any help. Alright. Yeah, you're on your own indeed. Pin down.
Yeah,
oh, this feels so bad. I feel like I'm a murderer, man. Just crippled, just burning. Now let's make it quickly for her. Okay, this is all in the name for the greater good. You will thank us later. Okay. Oh, no, I should have done it like this. I got it.
Oh, we need it.
We need an intact body.
I was looking at the rain. Oh no. Oh, there is another one right to the right.
Oh man, you're turning me into a genocide.
This is how every playthrough ends up. Oops, I killed the person here, killed the person there.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that beast is a companion. We're gonna kill him?
We should be able to kill him. Hey, beast.
But he's gonna be more friendly. Okay, beast. Oh.
You're gonna need to do this with Red Prince. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put him on fire. Oh no! I'm stupid!
It's okay, you have rain, it's fine.
Can I? Does that work? No, it doesn't. It's like this.
It's okay.
Oh, he heals himself.
You have rain.
He heals himself. What does he do? We'll put us on fire.
He might.
Okay. Rain. This works.
Yeah, it's fine. Just chill, dude. Yeah, Red Prince.
Red Prince. Fire. You have no line of sight. Okay, let's go like this. No, this game. Dude. He's hiding some. There you go. And I got.
On his way.
Don't do it. I need to kill him bona fide.
Hey, I have to be very careful. No.
Why not?
Electrify that. Okay, just let the prince go. Perfect. Perfect.
Here is, of course, you're a talent resist that. Make for a bunch of clowns then. Can't even kill a guy.
Defenseless person.
Alright, of course, gonna shock him. Okay. And petrifying force turns him into stone. Okay, red prince.
Finally. Sorry, yes. Yes. We have
Killed another
took us
innocent.
some.
So who did I give it to? Alright.
I think,
You're gonna rip the face.
that took some work.
Yeah, disgusting.
Look at that.
It's his beast's face.
I don't feel good at all, but we have a go here. Oh my.
Alright, so now we need to do the next thing. We need a source orb.
We need to do this 3 more times, like.
No, we can do it with a source orb.
Okay.
We can just make it.
Okay.
There's multiple masks of the shapeshifter,
Yes.
so we're gonna just make a dwarven mask because the dwarven mask is gonna be sufficient. So Thomas, we need to do a little more cheats because we need another ingredient. Okay.
Rare.
So can you get us out of there so we can do our cheat? All right. So great source orb. Sorry about that, guys. I hope this is the one.
No, that's
Alright, so source there you go, that's an anti-source opening. That's down.
That's better.
Alright, so where is it? Alright, he can bring us back. Okay guys, sorry about that. The cheating duo who can't win a single fight here is back. So we are going to get a dwarven face. We found a source orb. It's a tier 5 rune, which allows you we don't have any enchantable equipment just yet because we're just at the beginning of the game, but you could actually use this to put this to great use by putting it in a weapon to give you the skill Venomous Aura, and equipment would have given you Mass Cleanse Wounds. You could also eat it to get a source point, and you could get an Evasive Aura if you would put it in an amulet. But so what we're going to do is we're going to combine it with the face of that dwarf beast. Who's actually, he's the cousin of Queen Justina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but she exiled him to an island. He led a revolt against her, and we're going to get combined by.
Okay.
lo and behold, we have the dwarven mask of the shapeshifter.
That's usual.
Alright, and so if we are going to wear it now, we are now a lizard with a very big standing on top of us. Alright, so, and it grants us a skill, revert to original form obviously, but also turn into a dwarf. And so when we do that, we become a dwarf. And something's changing us, so we see that we're a dwarf. We're actually a little dwarf now.
Yeah.
And so if I take my equipment off, look, sir. It's me and my bad clicking habit. So I now become a female dwarf. And so now, if we're going to walk into the world, we are going to be treated as if we are a dwarf. So let's go and have a look at that. And there's this guy, Laszlo, here.
Still smoldering.
Sorry, that again?
Still smoldering.
He's going to smolder forever. That was the smolder of death. Is there a dwarf somewhere?
There's a little cool touch with the mask. When you turn into another race, the face is actually your race.
Yeah.
So when you're a dwarf, it's dwarf.
And look at that, I get dwarven options, you know? So, and I also get dwarven talents and abilities. And so anybody can wear these masks. So also non-undead can wear the masks, but obviously the humans have a awesome, can fool around with that mask. Alright, so we're gonna end our little presentation of the undead here. We improvised a little bit as per usual. So sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We're gonna take questions for I guess 10 minutes or so. So let's have a look if what we have in terms of questions, and you can put like the questions on the left side, Thomas, and put the chat on the right side, then we can see what people are going to be asking us. Okay, awesomeness. So let's, where do you want to start?
Let's start from the top. How easy is the map editor to use for Game Master mode?
So the Game Master mode is, it's not meant to make maps on the fly. So actually I can jump to a Game Master mode, I guess. So let me do that. So we can show it a little bit. But you have an editor also in which you can make maps. So in Game Master mode, what you basically do is, let's take this one. So I'm going to load a Game Master session right now. Dark Hunt. Has XP sharing through quests been fixed? I don't even know what the problem was, but I'm pretty sure there was a problem.
There was a bit of a problem, yeah. And there are still personal quests that are unique to the backgrounds that they're supposed to do alone. But most of our ways of gaining XP goes to all of the party members.
Yeah.
So you're very even, so the lag is very small.
There's still small differes, but that's very, very
and
small.
also depends on what you choose to do.
So Game Master mode, when you want to go into a level, what you basically do is let me load that level. You take a pre-existing level, and then you're not supposed to start modifying it on the fly because you would break the entire GM session. Rather, you use the map editor to make these prefab levels, and then you can still do all kinds of things on the fly. Like you can, for instance, take items and place them in there, but it's not meant to be a map editor. So that's a concept, something that was done in other GM-like modes, but we don't do that because it breaks the flow. But you can, with the modding tool, you can make these levels yourself and just publish them online also.
You can paint surfaces.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of
I can paint surfaces if you want. Let me paint surfaces. I like painting surfaces.
Definitely.
I'm gonna
Or
make
lava?
Oh no, man! I always put oil and I put it on fire. I do this. All right. So
next
go
one.
back to the game.
Will there be taunt mechanic or skill in this game? Yes. Warfare will have a taunt skill, and it's pretty early. Yeah, we want your tanks to be able to hold enemies close.
Yep.
Is it possible for selling just to affect the party member with highest barter skill? So to make barter skill party-wide, I guess.
Yeah, well, we've had discussions about this, and I honestly, I'm too tired right now to remember exactly what. There's still something being implemented, but I can't tell you what. So I will not answer because otherwise I would say something stupid.
Does only one person win in multiplayer co-op session at the end, or is it possible to play the game completely co-op and win together?
Yeah, you can win together. So you can agree on. There's many endings. And you can agree on something, and then how you agree, actually, you will see when you get to the ending.
Can you use Kraken in GM mode?
Can you use a Kraken? I don't know. I'm not sure if he's in there actually. And let's have a find.
I hope so. He has some sweet animations. He has some sweet skills.
But I mean, if he's not, you can just take the modding tool and put him in there. That's like a really easy thing. So let's have a look at if our guys put him in there. But the Kraken has been modified recently. So let me just load a level here and have a look what it's, if he's in there. I don't know. So encounter monsters and items and see if he's in there. Kraken, no, he's not in there. Yeah. So we could put him in there because like there's no reason why not, because you can like, do we have a, no, I don't, what's he called? It's going to be under Void Woman or something like that. Or Void, let's see, no. Yeah.
Turtles.
Big, huge harbinger of doom.
Ravagers. Big oily creatures.
No, I don't see him.
No.
Yeah. Well, you could. You can for sure put him in there, so there's absolutely no reason not to put him in there.
Yeah. How many people are part of the Larian team?
We are currently over 100 people working on Origin Sin 2.
Since crossbow now only costs 2 AP, are there any distinctions between crossbows and bows? Yeah, crossbows are more precise, so those silly misses that we had, you will not usually have them with crossbows, but they slow you down a bit.
Yeah.
Will NPCs react to you differently based on what shape you're mimicking? For example, if I face Rip Dallas or Alexander, will they treat me like set characters? So if you face Rip Dallas?
No, you can be just human.
Yeah, it's distorted a bit, I guess.
Well, you just get human, right?
Yeah. You can just get human.
It's the race that's going to matter. Yeah.
All these flashes are just greedy. All you want is a small potions. Why are they so uptight about it? Well, it's a prison, and in prison everything is really hard to get, I'm sure.
Plus it's also a very long game, so we start very low and it builds up. And you guys want everything at the beginning, but you have to work for it. At the end you have a lot.
Yes. We actually managed somehow to beat 2 hardest encounters with no preparation, so that was also pretty fast.
Yeah, we were very good.
Yeah. Will there be any mods that will be available on release?
There have been some modders who came to our office and they've been testing our modding tools. They're actually currently still fooling around with them. And so it's going to be up to them when they publish their mods. They made some very cool things already, so but we'll see when they are going to publish it. It's up to them. We're not making the mods. It's going to be them making the mods, but everything is in place for you to make lots of mods.
How about GM campaigns?
We are planning on having a small demo campaign with the game, and then I think we'll see GM campaigns appear very rapidly because it's really easy to make a GM campaign. As you remember, I made a famous Smurf campaign.
Lost to time. Is there an option in the game to not automatically put new items you pick up on your hotbar?
Yeah, it's hot on the list. I'm not 100% sure if it's still going to make it for release, but if it's not, then it will for sure be in one of the patches. Because it's been asked many times.
Is there how summons are gonna work? Have they been changed? Are there more summons? Will you be able to summon more than one? There are a lot more summon skills now. You are able to summon more than one. Well, if you have totems, you can summon a bunch of totems and one summon. So it's still one summon per person. We were experimenting with different setups for summons. And when there are too many characters, it just slows down the game. We want to make it dynamic. And instead of that, we have summons grow in power, change abilities. So through infusions, you can infuse your incarnate and completely change him during the course of the battle. So you don't have to summon new summons. You can change your summon according to tactical situation.
Correct.
Is Fang going to be added to the loading screen? I hope so. Maybe.
A little.
He's playing that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not really sure he's going to make it in time. So we'll see. Okay.
Can companions perma die if I didn't save them from the tutorial ship?
Can they perma die? Now, I'm not going to answer that question because there's a lot of interesting things happening with that. But yes, companions can perma die. But from the ship they will be saved, but afterwards there's going to be things happening as you progress your adventure, and actually it's going to be up to you what you're going to do with them.
How long is the main campaign approximately? It took me about 100 hours for the first game.
Yeah, so we have different answers to that. So I think that most people, if they play on Explorer mode, they will end up around 60 to 80 hours. If you're going to play on Classic, and you're going to explore everything, you're going to be well over 100 hours. So it really depends on how you play, what your play style is. If you play on Tactician, Depending on your skill level, it could take very long or maybe the same time like Classic. So it's big. It's lots of replay also because there's so much companions that you can recruit. There's so many options and choices that you get. So when you see everything that we did on the ending, you'll be quite surprised by how much there actually is.
If the elf mask of the shapeshifter lets them eat flesh like elves do, then the mask must give them intestines. How does a mask do that? Well, again, so eating corpses and learning memories is not about physically consuming flesh. It's a bit more spiritual than that.
Yes.
Our lore masters probably could answer that.
For sure, okay, good.
Are there any gunpowder weapons in the game?
No.
This is the past, right? This
Yeah.
is way before.
Yeah.
Did you consider adding one-handed ranged weapon like little crossbow attached to your hand or something? Oh, our animation team would love to have all kinds of weapons, but for now, wands is your one-handed ranged option usually. Are you going to be selling the soundtrack on Steam?
It's going to be part of the digital collector's edition. And there's going to be a DLC that allows you to take your regular version that you already have and upgrade it if you want. And so there's, but I think that's going to be announced very close to release.
Are crowd control, crowd control skills going to have a chance of landing like in DOS 1? So we're still keeping them at 100% chance just to keep we want the player to be able to plan their moves very, very precisely and to reason about these things. But we were looking at crowd control and we were reading your suggestions, and actually something we picked up on the forums and developed. Maybe you have seen this in this broadcast, is the shock and stun system. So now instead of straight up stunning someone, you need to first shock them, which puts them at a disadvantage. It slows them down, but it doesn't completely immobilize them. And you need to apply shock again to stun them. And of course, you need to do the same with chilling someone. So you need to chill them twice to freeze them. So we put some extra steps to make crowd control less punishing.
Indeed.
I saw a skill with a cat. What is that?
That is a surprise.
That is that is a surprise indeed. Will custom GM campaigns be integrated via Steam Workshop?
Yes, very much so. So you'll be able, there's a button where you can actually just publish them to Steam, and then other people can play them, right? And you actually, I'll give you a small scoop on the GM mode because it's one of the most awesome things that we've done. Oh, we've done a lot of awesome things in GM mode. The guys really did an enormously good job. So let's take this one.
Can you show us another skill book combination crafting? Oh, yeah, we can show something.
We can do, yeah. Sure.
There are 48 combinations, and skill crafting actually adds like...
I just done it, otherwise we're going to be here for too long.
Right, so for example, if you combine a rogue skill and a fire skill, you will create sabotage, and it's a skill that when you target the character, if they have grenades or arrows in their backpack, they explode. So you go around, you can actually reverse pickpocket someone, put grenades in their pocket, and then sabotage them, and it's going to be impressive.
So this is a sticky system that we added to GM mode. So you can basically place markers for other GMs. So you can, for instance, say like, okay, here my ID was that do not do anything with Smurfs here. Alright, so this is the, and then you can just publish that, and then that's how you can communicate about your campaign to other players, and then you can go through all of your stickies. There's a lot of stuff that's been added to GM mode that we'll be showing off also in the next week, I think, or in the next 2 weeks on some streams. Alright, what else do we have?
Will we be able to import-export characters between GM campaigns?
That is a good question. We talked about this and didn't make it to the full game. However, the game master has big control over character creation. So it's probably going to be one of the things that's going to be added quite soon in the upgrade process as we progress. There's a lot of features in the game already.
Yeah. Was Lone Wolf plus summoning fixed? Yep, it was. And so now Lone Wolf is going to be available from level 1. You can pick it in character creation. And we've changed the bonuses that it gives. It actually doubles all the points that you invest in attributes and skills. So it allows you to grow as a character much faster. But the limitation now is that you can travel alone or with at most one companion. So we still want you to be able to play with your buddy or to play with one companion and enjoy full benefits of Lone Wolf. And if you will hire someone else, the bonuses will just be temporarily muted. So you can still kick them and get the bonuses back, so you can manipulate that as you want.
Indeed.
Future plans to add additional specs or spells to the game.
We have our future plan is to ship the game and go on a holiday.
Yep.
Literally.
Oh man. Will summon still look like a little imp all the time? No, they won't. If you level up your summoning, your little imp will grow into a huge incarnate champion.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And it's actually, it's gigantic, basically.
Yeah, he's really awesome. Yeah.
Yes. Will we get tracking number when collector's editions ship? Tracking numbers over mail?
I have absolutely no clue, to be honest. And it's being sent. There's the collector's edition. Actually, it's a good moment to show it again.
Yes.
The people that haven't seen it yet. It's a 5 kilogram box, or close to 5 kilograms. So I don't know, can people see this? Yeah. So this is the front side of it. So and then when you open it up, do that.
More faces.
Then you see actually the mask of the shapeshifter. So we obviously only managed to make one of them. So you get this kind of thing. You want to put it on your face, Nick?
Yeah, the sleeve.
And then you can open it up. So let me do that really carefully. All right, and then on the inside you see Fane. So this was our undead character that we've seen. And so you can take his head off. Oops. Where's that thing?
Take his head off.
Yeah, and so then you can put this thing on him.
No, with any of the faces.
Yeah, so you can turn it around, so because it's the mask, it's a full mask of the shapeshifter. He has 4 faces that are on there, right? So this is this awesome collector's edition. And then you have this thing to place him in. Hold on, let me place him here, so I don't break him, because I already broke a few. So you then have your GM screen that you can have here, right? So you can basically have a little dice tray in there. Yeah, this, a little nice thing. Right, so and there's magnets here, and then you also, the Kickstarter backers got this little like thing that they can click on there. That's not in the collector's edition, that's on sale right now on Divinity.game. Do you see how I did that? And then you...
Shameless.
Shameless for sure. Then you have a... Oh, look, it's Spain actually.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So it's... yeah, so you got your...
it's my favorite part.
Your lore book, where you have bestiaries and stuff on the races, and also beginning there's lore about what happened to Lucian and where the void comes from, etc. And then you have the art book, which is 150 or 160 pages also. The other one is 110 or 20. So you got the art book about yeah, so all kinds of artworks. Malady is a super important character in the game. She's awesome also, by the way. So you get all kinds of stuff in there. And then there's also, but I forgot to take it with me, I think. There's the cloth map, there it is. So you got this cloth map. So that's the cloth map. So you see the world.
Start here.
You start here. Not everything is on this map actually. So there's still a place where you go that you don't see on this map. It's very fine. It's in satin. So and then you have the game, of course, and then there's manual in there. So it's a really awesome collector's edition. It's pity you can't feel it because this is nicely embossed. It's made. It's like gold lines, stuff like that. It's really, really cool. It's like we really put a lot of love and really a lot of work in it also, because we wanted to have one that's really cool. There's only 5,000 made, so there's 1,000. Well, there's not 1,000 left anymore. I think that there's still some left. So if you go to Divinity, the game, you should still be able to get them. If you go there in a couple of days, they'll probably be gone. Okay, so let's do like 5 more questions, and then it's been 2 hours, so that will be a nice moment to finish our stream for tonight.
Will there be large-scale battles with large zoom levels and large creatures to spice things up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The ending is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple of them in the game, but the ending is really
I've seen
awesome.
the ending.
Wow. It's really, really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Have you made any considerations towards speedrunning, such as leaving inexploitable bugs like chair teleport glitch in the first game?
It's Original Sin, so it's a game full of systems and rules for you to abuse and to put to your advantage. I'm sure you guys are going to find something.
Yeah, there's so many skills that there's so many combinations.
The prime intention is that you have fun, right? So,
yeah, we don't want to stop you from breaking the game, and yeah, speedrunning is kind of part of that. Will you be able to make your whole party with custom characters?
Yeah, of course. I mean, so you can...
in multiplayer.
In single player also, you have the henchmen that you can recruit. First part of the game, and for Joy, you were going to have to use companions, but then at some moment you find a mercenary vendor, and so you can just recruit henchmen and just go playing like that. Yep. And in multiplayer, you can just create 4 custom characters and or 3 or 2 as you want, and dash off like that. So you're very free. We're not forcing you to do anything. You can play origin stories as an avatar, or you can recruit them as a companion, or you can say fuck them all and just leave them behind. Yeah.
Have the AP heavy builds abusing adrenaline, executioner, blah blah, have been changed since the alpha? Yes. Executioner now only procs once per turn, but it still gives you 2 AP. And some abuses have been fixed. Some of them were actually bugs. How much content will I lose if I won't eat bodies as an elf?
Yeah, you will there will be content that you won't see, but this will go for any choice you make in the game. I mean, contrary to the first Original Sin, there's lots and lots and lots of choices in here, and so if you make one, by definition you made a choice, so you're never going to see the other thing. Yeah. Not eating or not killing or not accepting to do something is an equally fine choice as making that choice, so that's up to you what you're going to get.
You will still have all the elf conversation options and so forth. Yeah. Does the taunt skill work the same as in Dust 2? The same in Dust 2 as it did in Dust 1. I don't quite remember what it did in Dust 1, but in Dust 2 it makes enemies fixate on your character. So they will attack only you for the duration of the skill.
Yeah.
Are there plans to avoid only physical magic team to be less viable? Well, we want all teams to be equally viable, and we've been tweaking balance in such a way that you actually want a mix. So usually in combat there will be enemies with very little physical armor or very little magic armor, so that you know for which you want to go. And stacking just physical is not efficient, but still viable, of course. It really depends on your playstyle, and you can do a lot of weird stuff.
Alright, we're gonna end the stream for tonight. I saw a suggestion in the stream to finish with one of the origin stories, so I thought that was a really good idea. So we're gonna end up with our favorite asshole of the game, Red Prince. So, and you will see that as he does his origin story outro, he acts the way, right? Now, we're still polishing this a little bit, so you're actually really seeing a scoop here. And by the time the game ships, everything will look just a little bit more polished and nice, but it's already, you can see it already. Okay, so if you're not hearing voice, scream, because otherwise I can't hear voice here where I'm sitting. All right, here it is.
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City. I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons. Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins. But I assure you, I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
That is our friend Red Prince, making a little introduction to him as we go, and there are many surprises in the game as you go through it. The voice acting turned out really well, so I think you guys are going to be happy when we're releasing in a couple of weeks. We still have a lot of work ahead of us, so we're gonna leave you guys. Thanks all for being here. Spread the word about Original Sin 2 to your friends, your families, people that you haven't spoken to in centuries, and tell them, like, go and buy Original Sin 2 so that we can keep on making these kind of games that we really love. Thank you very much, and take care everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.